Hello, so I just got done reading Edge of the Venomverse issue 2. I read the first issue with X-23 and oh man, was it bad. Um, the illustrations were, I don't want to say terrible, but they didn't fit the theme that the issue was going for. Like the illustration for issue 1, the artist would be really good at like in a horror comic. But the first issue wasn't a horror comic, so it didn't fit. It just seemed really out of place. The writing itself was bad. It was just basically X-23 gets the Venom symbiote, and she hangs out in this abandoned warehouse where she meets a bunch of orphans, and then she helps them like take on this mob or something. It was just really terrible. So I picked up issue 2 because it has my girl Gwenpool in, and as much as I am not a fan of the direction that Marvel has gone in with a lot of their comic characters. I will pretty much pick up anything that has Gwenpool in because I really enjoy her. I really love her series. Kind of sad that her series isn't doing as well, sales wise, and I hope that changes because I don't want to see it get canceled. Luckily, she's been doing good in terms of merchandise. I see a lot of stuff with her on it. I had a friend who shops at Hot Topic. Don't ask me why, but they mentioned how they saw T-shirts and stuff with Gwenpool and things like that were selling. So I'm hoping that keeps the series going because I don't want to see it end. But yeah, this. So I picked it up and I am sadly disappointed. Edge of the Venomverse issue 2 is a comic about nothing. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. I mean, I already knew that it's a one shot, so whatever happens in this issue has no effect on the overall Gwenpool universe or Marvel universe whatsoever. But even then, it was like nothing really happens, and then it just kind of ends. Let's just get right into it. So we start off with Gwen talking to us, the viewers, basically just talking about how her name is Gwenpool. Where's the Venpool? That is Venompool. Poolnum? Give me some more time, and I'm sure I'll think of something fun. And she kind of just tells us about how she has been in the Marvel Universe and decided to become a hero. So we have some kind of drug deal going down. And Gwenpool's just kind of giving us a background of her history about how she was a huge comic book fan. She somehow traveled to the Marvel Universe and like some kind of the adventures. Basically, she decided that if she wanted to survive in the Marvel Universe, she had to become a hero because faceless background characters are just asking to be killed by random falling rubble every day. Am I right? So she starts off as a mercenary because she needs money, but then she becomes a superhero. So I adjusted my ways and became an honest-to-goodness pro bono superhero, pure-hearted all the way, baby, just like all my favorites I used to read. Now I was one of them. There was just one problem. So she shows up to these drug dealers and immediately gets killed, and it's because no superpowers. Ow. I thought this was pretty funny. I enjoy this. And I especially enjoy her little death pose. The arms out, legs spread, mouth agape with the tongue hanging out. It just looks so ridiculous. Like no superhero is ever gonna die like this because this is just hilarious. So yeah, they basically carry on a conversation like, who the hell was this weirdo? Oh, I don't know. So you want to do some kind of drug deal? Sure. And then the guys are trading with shows up. It's like, seems you have a dead body. Anything that we should be concerned about? Nah, she's not going to be a problem anymore. But of course, she starts becoming infected with the symbiote. And she becomes Venompool. And all of a sudden, they just show up out of nowhere. So, we would love to feast on ninjas. So we have Venompool just basically destroying the ninjas. And I thought this part was pretty hilarious. Ah, the ninja, master of stealth, martial arts, and here, even necromantic magic. Put them in a group, though, and they become cannon fodder. Seriously, look up the inverse ninja law. If there was just one of you, you'd be a big boss bad guy. But since there's a bunch, you're just bodies to show off how powerful I am. I thought, yes, that's awesome. So then Daredevil shows up, and of course, Gwen knows who he is in real life because she has knowledge of all the Marvel characters and their history and stuff like that. So she's like completely attracted to him. And then he basically just, kind of gives her the whole like killing is wrong, but it's a good thing that you beat up those ninjas. So then he disappears, and she kind of goes about her day. So here's one thing that I thought was kind of weird. So this whole scene took place at night. We can even see she's like swinging around at night. But then she lands on this building, and it's day, and she like turns back into her business suit. So, I mean, was this like in the middle of the morning or whatever? Like, it doesn't say there's nothing to tell us like, oh, the next day or the morning after or sometime later. Like, there's no transition. Like, there's no like dialogue or info or box or anything like that to tell us that there was a time skip. So it looks like she basically was fighting crime at night, and then she jumped onto this building, and then it became day. So that was really weird. And then we get this kind of funny scene where does anybody ever comment on how your name is totally the same as that mercenary lady Gwenpool? Haha, nope. Huh, what if you were her, huh? Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Like, she doesn't even wear glasses like I do. See you later. I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. A good little knock on Superman. So then Gwenpool shows up, and Matt Murdock is there, and that's a really weird drawing of Matt Murdock. Like, I wouldn't even know that's him unless, if it wasn't for that little dialogue box. But I guess it fits the art style. But yeah, she's like totally smitten with him, fumbling around and all that stuff. So Matt Murdock, basically, that your client's facility produces noxious, potential hazardous substance that coats a 5-block radius of residential buildings. Boss says that there's no evidence for this, and Matt Murdock wants to do an independent examination of the facility. And Gwen's supposed to be taking notes, but instead she's just drawing photos of her with Daredevil, and it says Gwen plus mask, so she's basically giving away his secret identity on paper. So the meeting between Matt Murdock and her boss doesn't go well. They go their separate ways. Boss asks for the notes that Gwenpool was supposed to be taking, and instead she gives him the note with the scribbles on it. And as soon as she does, I thought that's kind of funny expression. I just handed my boss a sheet of paper that says Matt Murdock is Daredevil on it. You did. That expression. Oh, I love this character so much. So yeah, she basically gave her boss a note that has Daredevil's secret identity on it. So of course she tries to get it back, but the boss is having none of it. So she's like, oh man, what am I going to do? So the Venom pulls a fire alarm, thinking that, okay, everyone's going to leave. She could sneak into her boss's office and grab the photo and grab the portfolio. So of course the boss takes it with him. It's like, all right, well, I'm working from home. Bye, everyone. He's going home. You can kill him there. Stop it. And then get the folder. We need to go there. Well, I guess we can all go home early. So yeah, the symbiote is basically throughout this whole issue just telling her to kill everybody, which I find pretty hilarious because it's not done in a dramatic way. It's done pretty like hilarious. Like, hey, this guy kind of slighted you. Let's kill him. Like, killing is like the answer to everything. I thought that was it's pretty funny. So yeah, she just wants to sneak in and grab the thing, but the symbiote is like, but what if he already saw it? We should kill him just to be sure. Why are you so obsessed with killing my boss? We kill plenty of bad guys. But you hate him. Listen to what I'm saying. You know that people of this world aren't real. It's even more sure because we know that something is wrong. You aren't meant to have me. This isn't canon. You can kill anyone and it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know, it's just, I love the relationship between the two. I thought that was funny. I wish that this wasn't just a one-shot. Because Venom constantly trying to convince her to kill people because, hey, this is a one-shot. It doesn't matter. I love that the relationship between the two. Too bad there's just not a story here. So yeah, she's like, oh man, what should I do? The folder, the folder is right there on the desk. You kill him. No one's here. Save the cute lawyer devil. We're hungry. And she's trying to give in. Well, it's getting hard to argue. He is a terrible boss. Then of course Daredevil shows up, punches her. He doesn't want her to. He doesn't want the boss to die. And she's basically trying to convince Daredevil, like, no, wait, I'm doing this to help you because your secret identity is on that paper. But they're forced to fight. The fight ends up going into the office. And the boss is like, what the? To me, my ninja. Ninja? And of course the ninjas show up. So the ninjas were actually working for the boss the whole time. Oh, of course you're working with the hand. God, you're an evil boss. What? I mean, an evil boss to anyone who might happen to work for you. So yeah, we get a really poor fight scene. I mean, this is basically like it right here. This is, I don't know. Then again, this comic is more of like a comedy than anything else. But come on, man. Like, at least give me something to work with here. Like, give me some good action scenes. The action scenes here are just terrible. Like, so far this issue has just been coasting on dialogue. So yeah, the boss is about to shoot Daredevil when Gwenpool creates a shield using the Venom symbiote, and it reflects the bullet and kills the boss, knocks him out the window. It's not something she was trying to do on purpose, but it happened. But she gets the note. Got it. We should go. Oh yeah. Sorry about all that. I have to say, this was not among the ways I thought my secret identity might be put in jeopardy. Haha. So yeah, so they talk a little bit. Thanks for trying not to kill anyone there. Keep that up, alright? Yeah, maybe. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, the symbiote doesn't like it. So Daredevil goes on his way. Gwenpool's happy. And then she walks around the building and, Venom, you were right. This is all wrong. This isn't the real... So yeah, something happens off screen. We have no idea what. Daredevil comes back. It's like, why not join me tonight? Could be fun. Gwen? And then that's the end. So I guess the next character is going to be Ghost Rider. So yeah, this is pretty much an issue about nothing. Like, nothing really happens. Gwenpool gets the symbiotes. Jots down. She creates a doodle that reveals Daredevil as Matt Murdock. Her boss takes it. They fight ninjas. I don't even want to say they fight ninjas because it's really just one panel. And that's it. Like, it just ends. And I get it. It's a one shot, but I mean, even with one shots, you can tell a good story. This just isn't it. This was an issue about nothing. This is literally nothing really happened. There was no good action scenes. I mean, what? We got her getting shot. They just show up. And then we get this. We get this panel. And that panel. So that's the only action scene until the very end. Where, we get a punch. And I don't know what this is. And then we get this. Like, that's it. That's all the action scenes that we got in this issue. It just kind of ends. I have no idea what's going on here. It could make a non kid friendly joke, but I'm not. And we get an advertisement for Secret Empire. Oh man, what a terrible series that turned out to be. But yeah, an issue about nothing. Really disappointed. I mean, I love Gwenpool, but this was just meh, and definitely not worth the $3.99. I mean, which is another thing, because like usually one shots tend to be longer than the average comic, but no, this was basically regular size. So yeah, like no action, pretty much mostly dialogue. Some good dialogue. I had a couple good laughs. But this is basically a premise, a really good premise. Gwenpool mixed with Venom. Something I would totally love to see. that just wasn't executed all that well. Yeah, I would not recommend picking this up unless you're like a diehard Gwenpool fan and have to like collect everything that she's in. It's definitely not worth $3.99. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know. Have any of you guys read this? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Gwenpool in general? I'm kind of interested to hear. I know like a lot of people like cosplaying as her, and I mean they like the merchandise and stuff like that, but I never really hear anyone actually talking about the comics themselves, just the character. So I'm kind of interested to hear what you guys think. Are there any fans out there of the actual series? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later.